Good morning everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So as usual, starting off with EURUSD, we are still in this consolidation pattern. We do have a bit of a flag. You can see there's a flag with the red lines. We have broken up above that and retested that, but then at the same time we've got these two pretty big levels here, and the one is right where price is now at 121338, and the other one is 121569. Ideally, I want to see 121569 break and retest before tracing alongs on this. Until that happens, my view is it's going to be sideways. So we do have quite a bit of noise in the market at the moment, but you can see the opening hour and the second hour is big up, down, and gap up, down, test the break, and then rally off that without closing the gap properly. So yeah, so I'm a little bit cautious about that. This is the first area to watch, 121338. Pull back, breakthrough, come back, test it, then you'd be looking at 121569 as the next target. So that is pretty much a long scalp there. But for me, I'm looking for a little bit more than that, and I'm ultimately looking to watch 121569. If that gives way and we come back and test it, that would give me the opportunity to look for a few longs. Okay, so until that, this is sideways, and there is a lot happening in Europe as well. So we do have Germany going into hard lockdown. We've got Brexit noise as well. We've got vaccine noise everywhere. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But at the moment, this is sit on hands for me until we break the structure. US dollar, Japanese yen, pretty much the same story. We are sideways. You can see above and below the moving average. Quite aggressively forming this triangle still very much in play, and if we start moving down to the hour, you can see it does look like there's opportunity to buy. Okay, you can see engulfing inside bar, pin bars, buyers coming in off here. I'm not 100% sure that that's the strategy you want to adopt here. For me, this is still consolidating and it's sideways. So the only thing that is sort of bearish at the moment is the fact that we are below the moving average. But you can see what's been transpiring. We go above and below the moving average quite easily. So for me at the moment, this is also sit on hands. I think all the dollar pairs are going to be pretty much the same. But we'll have to wait and see what gives way here. This level is the key for me. So that's, just call it 104. We round it off to 104. So 104 is the area that we need to pay attention to. We get above it, come back, test it, hold it, then I would expect us to tag 104.249. If we get through that, then I'd expect us to tag this 104.500 area. Okay, to the downside, looking at these levels or these tails, breaking through those tails is going to break 780 area, I would say 760 area, 103.760 area, and retest. That breaks a consolidation flag and moves to the downside. So yeah, it can go either way, but for me this is a bigger consolidation, so sideways, I'll stay out of it. Euro Aussie dollar, so we've had a break below this 161.227, but look at that inside bar there, and then we sort of have a confirmation here. This is still the level, 161.227. Get above it, pull back it, test it, hold it, then I'd be looking for a move to the upside. And the move to the upside will probably be, don't know if it'll be as high as that, but I'll have a look now on the hour and just see whether those levels line up. This one would be a little bit further. You can see all these tails, and there's one just below that as well, right over there. Okay, so looking at the hour, you can see big rally up, a little bit of a consolidation, so you'd expect some kind of a second move. I think 161.227 and ultimately 161.467 are going to hold up price. Does look like we've got a bit of a rounding bottom here. What we want to see though is we want to see these structural levels here break and hold. Once they break and hold, then the next one would be obviously 161.745. and then you'd be looking for a measured move, well, not measured move target, but you'd be looking for a target of around 162986. Okay, but at the moment this is consolidating, so we are consolidating kind of sideways. If I draw in that bottom level there, you can see we are consolidating. Trend is currently down, so any break below or close below the low of this previous bar here, which is 160915, sort of a 1 hour close below that is going to give you confirmation that it's moving back to the downside. Okay, so our bigger trend is down, consolidation. Logically you would expect a move to the downside. If we do start breaking these levels to the upside, then trend is reversed and we're looking to target this area up here. Okay, so for me, I'm looking for structure at the moment. So one of these two levels ultimately, 161.227 and 166.68 to the downside. Okay, British pound, Japanese yen. So at the moment we are pretty much sideways. This could be I can't really call it a trend reversal because it's not really being in a strong trend to the upside, but this could be the start of a trend to the downside. But it's also based on Brexit, so there's some positive news on Brexit, but it's not really concrete news on Brexit. It's really just an extension, so it could fizzle out today as well. I think only bit of advice I can give you here is sit on hands. This could be brewing for a breakout and a move to the upside. I would expect it to come back first, make another higher low, and then consolidate from there and move up. Okay, I don't see it breaking away, so I do see it coming back down. And the other thing that you look at on the 8 hour is we're far from the moving average. We're coming back. We haven't tested the moving average, so this level of 138.856 tests breakouts and the moving average. So if we reject that level, then you definitely got an opportunity for a short. You can see lower high, lower low. So that would be the most logical thing for me here, is entry over here and looking for gap close, which is basically the bottom of the range. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of I suppose we can call it a short scalp more than anything else. Aussie dollar, US dollar, so very strong uptrend that we're in at the moment. We had these few 8 hour bars which was solid, and now we're going sideways in a sort of a range. Now we do have three levels here, pretty big levels here. So those are the ones that we need to pay attention to. So the very first one at this stage is pretty much 0.75390. Okay, but we are sideways. So logically, I'd want to see these tails break to the upside, hold. Then I'd expect us to take profit here. We get above this area of 0.75662 and retest it. Then we're looking for 0.75899. Trend is up. We are sideways. It is consolidating right now. So that's what you need to look at. You need to look at this consolidation. And the other thing to do here is just put your triangle trend lines in. So those are the two levels that you need to break. Okay, so until one of those levels breaks, and that's basically the high of the current of this morning so far and the low of this morning so far. So it's this 1 hour bar here, because that kind of covers everything. So if we break to the upside of this area, that's 0.75500, then I would expect a bit of a pullback onto structure, more likely the trend line, and then a continuation of the upside. If we break 0.75230 to the downside, come back and test it, I would then expect us to move to the downside roughly around 0.74843, and because the bigger trend is up, that would be an opportunity to buy as well. Okay, so I'd sit on hands until we see structure happen here. Lastly, British pound, Aussie dollar. So you can see consolidation, and then we stretched for these big levels. Didn't quite get to this one on Friday, 173.890, but that was a fairly decent trade, and now we are bouncing off, well, bouncing off anything, quite honestly, but we are bouncing off noise, I suppose is the way to put it. So for me, the bigger trend is down. So you can see the bigger trend has been down. This is a bit of an exhaustion move, so I wouldn't be chasing shorts at the moment. I would be looking for structure to jump back in short at a later stage. But for now, if we get a pullback back onto 175,915, or even onto the gap, get a pullback in that structure, then I'd be looking to buy from that area for another move to the upside. Okay, so this could be the start of a trend reversal, but at the moment there's no confirmation of that. So you should be looking for, you should still be looking for areas to sell off. I don't think this is a good area to sell off 177,087. I think this is a much better area to sell off, which is 178,732. Okay. So yeah, so I think for me, just watch what happens here during the British Open, because this is all driven by Brexit noise. So let's just see what everybody deciphers a noise to be actually, and take the trade off that. It could be a case of continuation, or it could be pullback, close the gap, find support, and then sort of go sideways here for a bit, and then start breaking the upside. That will give us confirmation that the trend has changed, or potentially changing. Okay, so until then, the trend is still down, and you should still be looking for opportunities to sell into this, but I wouldn't be selling this low down. And the only reason for that is it's not really a decent retracement level either. If I do that, you'll see the 60% right up here. So this is a much better area to be selling off. 178,732. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me this morning. Hope it helps, and we will catch up with you later. Cheers for now.